what's up Facebook? It's Just on your real estate rockstar, and today I am here with Cory Wilson from Ruoff Home Mortgage, and he's going to answer some stuff for us about pre-approval. Cory, hi! Yay, it's Cory. Cory's my new buddy, and he's like kind of awesome. We just like closed a deal in a condo, and it was really cool. So yeah, he's the man. So he's the man.
Yeah.
So, and he might have to hop on the computer here in a second because he's got leads coming in. He's like,
I'll turn my phone off, do something else.
Woo. Okay.
So
today we're going to talk about pre-approvals because pre-approvals, you guys gotta get these before you come to me. I love y'all, but if you want to buy a house, you gotta get pre-approved. So, Cory, what are the basics? Like, what do people need in order to get pre-approved?
that's the right thing to do, first of all. No reason for anybody to go out looking for a home until you're approved. You're going to find a house, you're going to be it's going to be heartbreaking because you're not pre-approved. So
you're going to want it. You're going to see this gorgeous house on Zillow, like for like $1.2 million, and then you're going to come to me and say, Jess, I really want to see this house. I want to buy it right now. I can do it. I can totally do it. And I'm going to send you to Cory, and he's going to say, no. But if you do want to buy that $1.2 million house, I can totally help you with that as long as you're pre-approved for that amount.
And that's the most important thing, is to find out how much do you qualify for. So getting pre-approved, it's the right thing to do. You need to, we need to know that when you find that house, when you find the one, that you're already approved. You know you can buy that house. You can confidently make an offer and not be concerned about not getting the home, because you've already taken the time ahead of time to make sure your credit's okay, the income's okay. That if you do it well in advance, we can not only not have just a pre-approval, but we can have a loan commitment by the time you even go out shopping for a home. It doesn't take long.
That is so totally in your favor too, by the way.
Yeah,
if you guys, you get a pre-qualification, which is kind of just them not running your credit. It's just like based on your income and everything. But the pre-approval, which Cory can help you with, that's the bread and butter right there. That's what you need in order to put a solid offer in on a house. So, in order to get pre-approved, what kind of documents do you need?
So let's talk about the basics, which is always going to be the same thing. 2 years tax returns, 2 years W-2s. 2's a very popular number here. So we're going to need the last 2 years. It's kind of a strange time of year for us right now, obviously, so we could get 2016, 2017, and 2018 W-2s would be very helpful. Even though we don't have the tax return for 2018 yet, having that W-2 would be very helpful. 2 months most recent bank statements, all pages. If it says page 6 of 6 and that page 6 is blank, we still need page 6. So keep that in mind. What we're looking for on those bank statements is deposits. Where are the deposits coming from? In the mortgage world, cash deposits are killer. So it's very important to make sure that when you're looking at the bank statements is what deposits are coming in, where they're coming from, and can we verify where that money came from? So that's super important. So if it's a direct deposit or any kind of check that we can verify, that's fine. But cash is not good. So if you have cash, leave it under the mattress until after closing, then you can do your thing. So.
Or if you get like cash from like your parents, I know a lot of first-time home buyers, you guys are getting gifts from your parents. I know I did. Hell, I'm 40 and occasionally my dad still gives me like little gift funds to buy houses and stuff. Get a letter from your parents. Make sure they're like saying, yes, I gave this money to my son or daughter.
And do yourself a favor and have them give you a check.
Yeah, have them give you a check.
Because you can verify it. You can't verify where this cash came from.
That's true.
So it's super important. It's really, really difficult to prove where cash came from. So we got the 2 months bank statements. We got the 2 years tax returns. The 1 month of most recent pay stubs. So we're going to look at your pay stubs for the most recent month. What we're looking for there, obviously, income. We're also looking for any kind of deductions that may be coming out for, say, child support. Any kind of garnishment or judgment or anything like that, so we're going to be paying attention to that. We're going to need the most recent 401k or IRA statement. If it's quarterly, that's fine, just the most recent one that you have. If you do have one, it's always helpful to have it. And then the rest of that's really your basic. Okay, and then you kind of get deeper as we get into an application. Is there a bankruptcy? If we have a bankruptcy, we need the bankruptcy papers and the discharge papers. If somebody has child support, We're going to want the proof of child support. Do you receive child support? And we want to know that is it court ordered, and can we get proof of that through the clerk? Or if you're paying child support, we need to get the child support order from the courts as well.
Yeah. Even if you're getting like really low payments in child support, I had a client that was getting very low payments as far as child support. It didn't really consider into like her income or anything, but she was still getting that money, so she still needed to prove where that money was coming from.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And you have to have, if you're going to use that as part of qualifying for a loan, we need to have a 3 years continuance, and that's for just about anything. 3 years continuance income. So if your son or daughter is 17 years old, then we probably shouldn't be getting you pre-approved with that income coming in anyway. So and honestly, I like to put child support in as a compensating factor, but I would prefer everybody get approved without having to use that income because it's not guaranteed forever. So child support papers, if that is the case, if there's a divorce, that's most likely we're going to need a divorce decree because that could be a child support issue. There could be debt that's not your responsibility according to the divorce decree. There may be property, there may be a mortgage that was on the person's credit bureau that is no longer, they do want to know what happened to that property.
Oh, we have a viewer. Hi, viewer. Hello. I don't know who's watching, but hey, hi.
That's good. We're going to do, if you have Social Security, so if you have Social Security, we're going to need Social Security award letter. That would be...
same for disability?
Same for disability. At the beginning of every year, they get a letter from Social Security. It's a really long piece of paper, and it says, here's how much money you're going to be receiving for the year. And we will use the gross amount. Just as if you were working somewhere, you get taxed.
Yeah.
So somebody who gets Social Security may only bring home $1,125, but they're really getting paid $1,350. Well, we're going to use that $1,350 and not the $1,125. So.
Oh, hey, Christina! Welcome to the show.
Hi, Christina. And then pension award letter, same thing. So if somebody has a pension, they would receive a letter when they start receiving their pension. It says they're going to be receiving this much for life. So that's always helpful to have any of those things. Of course, they show up on the bank statements as well. But having the award letter, we love paperwork. And it's all about paper. So the more paperwork you get, as I like to say in this business, we'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Right? So if it's something that you think maybe just maybe we'll need, get it, gather it, bring it.
And we'll talk about paperwork in another one because there is a lot.
The digital world, and it's still
like this thing.
Crazy. So
it's insane.
Now, and again, at borrowers, of course, every borrower is going to be a little different. You might have self-employed borrower. So if somebody's self-employed, we have not only 2 years tax returns, personal tax returns, but we need 2 years business tax returns as well. Depending on the time of year. So right now, let's just use January for example, we would need a year-end profit and loss statement for 2018 because they haven't filed those taxes. And then we would also need a year-to-date profit and loss statement for the month of January. So it's real pain.
Which sometimes with self-employed, like me, I'm self-employed essentially. Oh, you should see the paperwork that I would have to do for a mortgage. It's crazy.
It is. It's just crazy. And that's a lot. I mean, the profit and loss statement alone is especially the year-end.
Now, how is Ruoff handling the whole shutdown with like getting tax transcripts? I know that the IRS said that they were opening up and trying to get that. So we
made an exception for a while here until just recently when they decided that they were going to go ahead and start doing that. We were just taking the 3 years of tax returns.
But now you're actually requesting like tax transcripts for self-employed.
Yeah, and now they are actually open for business because of the chaos that it was creating because people weren't able to buy their home.
Oh my gosh, you guys, it was insane.
It really was. But VA's been on track. Everything's been good. They actually just had one clear to close 10 days. Business days from start to finish. That was really great. No problems with that.
10 days, that's amazing for VA. I mean, I don't even think you can get an appraisal back.
I know, I was impressed. It was literally application date to clear to close, 10 business days. Pretty good. So, and then we look at anything when it comes to getting somebody pre-approved, job gaps, if they had any kind of time off. So if we have 6 months between a full-time job and a full-time job, that's a problem. So we're going to need some sort of explanation as to why. Why did you have time off? Were you injured? Did you have a child? The whole reason for this is to, we're building a story. And that's really what pre-approval is. We're building a story to submit this to an underwriter and say, look at my wonderful buyers. These people just, they deserve a home, give them the money. So, as you were asking, you were saying a little bit about the pre-qualification, which is really somebody just calling and saying, hey, here's what Credit Karma says my score is. It's not your score.
No.
It's not your score. But regardless, we're just going to say this for pre-qualification purposes. My credit score is 700. My income is this. My debt is that. And from there, I ask, what are your liabilities? Student loans, credit cards, auto loans, any other kind of monthly debt. But we don't take into consideration, car insurance or groceries or utilities. Though, I really just need to know your basic. Credit cards, student loans, car loans, and then we would take that and compute what the debt ratio is, and so 45% your standard, so your gross income, 45% of that minus out all your debt, whatever's left, that's how much you qualify for, pre-qualify for.
Yeah. So the best thing to do is actually to go ahead and get pre-approved, because that kind of starts the ball rolling and makes life a lot easier.
Yeah. So, apply with Cory.com. I'm gonna put my plug in.
Hey, I can also I'll put a plug in the comments and stuff, so you guys can go there too.
Super easy.
And I'll put them on this will be on my YouTube later this week. So yeah. So.
I've been on YouTube. Oh, I have. I shouldn't say that. Don't look it up.
Look it up right now.
Probably not.
I know. I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, the golf course, I'm sure.
So let's talk a little bit more about credit scores.
Okay.
So what is, because I get a lot of people that are like, okay, I got a credit score of like 600. Can I buy a house? And normally that's what I'm going to tell you to go talk to him, because he knows, but he's going to shed some light on the information.
So the minimum required score is 580.
And that's for FHA.
And that's for FHA, and they are going to be the ones that require. They have the lowest approvable credit score, so 580 being the minimum that we have to have. So, and just because you're 580 doesn't mean you're going to be approved. You could be a 680 and not be approved. Sometimes credit scores are a little bit false because it may show a 700 plus credit score, but there's really only one account on the credit bureau, and it's just an authorized user account, so it's really not even their credit. It's really just a credit card mom and dad put your name on, so you really haven't established any credit. So any of you out there that are looking, may not have any credit, a secured credit card is a great way to go. $300, go give the bank $300, get a $300 secured credit card, go borrow.
It works.
Put $25 on it. Don't go any higher than $25, and then don't just pay your minimum payment. And when you're paid down to zero, go borrow $25 on it again. But that will build a history. That's right, and that's super important. And I've seen a $300 secured credit card make a very big difference in 1 month's time.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it's some of those things. Opening a credit card can be, as much as I hate people using credit cards, sometimes we have to establish a credit history.
Yeah.
So, and another real important thing when we talk about credit, though, is paying rent by check or money order and keeping proof of it. Because paying cash, guys, nothing.
No.
They just can't prove it. So anybody can go get a receipt book at Office Max and write out receipts for you. So having proof of that is what you need. So 580 being your minimum for FHA, which would require 3.5% down. For conventional, if you want to put 3% down, that would be a 640 credit score. Conventional can be approved to 620. If you're looking for down payment assistance, whether that be FHA or conventional, meaning that you have 3.5% to put down, but Indiana Housing will actually provide you those funds, you have to have a 660 credit score. And other than that, once you get into the highest credit score is 850. Okay, so but in the mortgage world, we look at 740. Anything over 740,
you're pretty much
it's showing off. Good for you, great. If I had a credit score that high, I'd probably tattooed right there. That's great, but
okay, I know what our next video is going to be. We're going to go and get my
tattoos.
Credit score.
Yeah, we get our tattoos on here. Get that big old fat 4 on our line. So
you'll have to wait and see what mine is. It's pretty good. I've been working on mine.
Have you?
So,
I haven't looked at mine for a minute. Probably afraid to. really want to borrow anything. Mortgage guy didn't want to borrow anything.
We've just paid off our car, and so.
Yeah, well, that helps.
Yeah.
Paying those kind of things off, it actually increases credit scores.
It does. So. It really does.
Yep. And don't close accounts. Credit cards. If you pay them off, it's important that you don't close them. It's the credit bureau. The way those credit scores are configured, where the algorithm that they use is just really unusual. But having available credit versus not having available credit is a big difference on your credit score. So the 30% rule, I like to say the 30% rule is good. If you have a $1,000 credit card limit, you should never have your balance on that credit card over $300. You want to keep everything at that 30% when it comes to revolving credit. So
okay, well here's a question, because this is you guys might have some of this. Right now they're doing I'm getting inundated with all these 0% kind of credit card offers and stuff, and we are planning a vacation. I'm not going to say anything just in case my kids are watching. I know they're probably not, but planning a huge vacation. We put it on the credit cards. Granted, I paid it off before the interest kicked in, even though I only have 1.3% interest on it right now. Yay, James card. Okay, so if people are okay, we're gonna put this one big thing and then pay it off, does that still affect? Even if you leave it on for a month or two?
it can. I mean, depending on when that credit score, when we pull that
goes.
credit, because if that balance is on there and you have a $5,000 credit limit, and all of a sudden you put a big purchase on there and you owe $4,500 on that card, it could be a negative factor. But then, it could be a week later you made a payment, and that's when that credit card reports.
Yeah.
Then we pulled the credit at the wrong time.
Okay.
And
so if you guys are taking a big trip or put something big on your credit card, let them know before you pay it off.
Yeah, and so it's important to not open...
Or show proof that you paid it off.
Yeah, don't open any new accounts before you go buy a house. Talk to your mortgage professional first, get your credit bureau pulled, see where you are right now. And it's best to start early, especially with this pre-approval, because it's best to know now what we need to do if you don't qualify. What do we need to do to get you there in a month or 2 months or 3 months, so you are able to qualify.
And that's the really cool thing about working with a lender, because you guys can you'll get a roadmap. If you're not ready to buy today, but you want to buy 6 months down the road, and you're not sure if you can qualify, give Cory a call.
Just set up a game plan. It really is. It's just here's what you need to do over the next few months. Let's get this thing paid down, open up a new secured card, and then let's get some money saved, because obviously as a lender we're looking at not only you having the down payment that we need, but also having at least 1 month of reserves, meaning that we want to at least see 1 month of mortgage payments in the savings account or checking account at the time of closing. So the 3.5% down plus the
Plus what you got.
payments. Yeah, so it looks good. The more you have in the bank, obviously, the better. It's warm and fuzzy for an underwriter. It makes them feel good when we know that you can make a payment if anything was to go wrong and you had a month off, got hurt or something, so you don't have a half lag or whatever.
Half lag.
Yeah, so hopefully that answers any of those questions.
I think so.
I'm here.
We took notes before we got.
Yeah.
So,
you have any questions?
No, I think we covered them all.
I think we did good.
Oh I know.
It's our first time.
I'm awesome. It's so cool. Christina, I know you're watching. Do you have any questions for Cory or for me? I don't know. She's watching. I can't tell if she does or not. I can't see. Hey Christina, send me some brownies, yo.
Brownies?
Brownies.
I'm in.
So, send us some brownies, because you make good brownies. So, okay, guys, if you have any questions for me or for Cory or for any of the lenders that I work with, feel free to shoot them over, and I will definitely set up another time to talk with Cory again. So, because he's awesome, and yeah, so. But yeah, so, that's it for me. I'm going to put some information up on my website, juststonerealtor.com, from Cory, so you can catch it in, I'll probably either put it in the blog or in the buying part. Maybe I'll do both, who knows? And I know, right? It's so cool. And then of course I'm also going to post a link to his website, on the Facebook here in a little bit, and also on my website and on the YouTube. And if you're watching this on the YouTubes, thank you for watching. And click subscribe. And I'm gonna try and do these like weekly. I don't know if I can or not, because crap, I'm crazy busy right now. But yeah, we will put up as many videos as we can, because content is awesome and it helps you guys and it helps me. And yeah, so thank you very much for watching.
Thanks for having. Thanks for watching.
Yes.
It's my first time on this thing.
Yes, he's a newbie. It's so cute.
Yeah. So we've never done anything live before.
Yeah.
Except for that one thing on YouTube, but don't watch it.
I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna link it. So okay, but thanks for watching, and we will see you guys next week. Bye.
Thank you.